Kyle over here. That'll be a problem. Okay. Here we go with the minimize bullshit again. Oh gosh, I didn't need this. I didn't need to go against this tonight. What is up, everybody? We are back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation J VGC. Diancie is a kind of a unique mon, just mainly because it actually has a pretty cool typing of the rock, fairy typing, and it gets the unique move Diamond Storm, which actually has a chance to increase your defense. And it's also really slow and actually gets access to Trick Room and a few other things. It has pretty solid stats and more of like a bulky Trick Room mon that kind of is able to set up and not really have to worry about getting one-shotted by pretty much anything unless it's like a steel type move. So kind of one of the more like underutilized and like kind of like underrated mythicals that we've gotten access to with Regulation J. And you'll see this thing once in a while. I think it fits on niche teams as like a Trick Room setter and kind of like a setup mon, but not really one of the best mythicals ever, if I'm being real with you guys, especially compared to some of the other like more top tier ones like Magearna and Arceus and one or two others. So there's actually a team around Diancie and kind of more of like a Trick Room, like bulky Trick Room damage dealing type team. So we're gonna see how this does. It's a team by Kiro Coco, so if you guys want to use this team, I think we featured a bunch of their teams on the channel before, but paste this team down below, rental in the corner. I don't know why this team's name is called Picora-chan. I think that's like some cringe VTuber. I don't know why the team's named after that, but whatever. What does a VTuber have to do with a team unless it's Diancie's based off of that? I don't know, but kind of weird. But I'm kind of run through the team. We're gonna hop in some games. If you guys missed any of the other previous Regulation J stuff we've been doing over the past week, I had like an entire week of uploads for you guys after you guys met the like goal this past weekend for Regulation J when it was first announced, and I uploaded like the entire week. So if you guys missed a bunch of the uploads, go check them out. Featured a lot of really cool restricted mons, including one of my own teams as well, so go check out some of the videos that are currently on the channel. I'll get the Diancie on this team with the Terra Ghost. I think the Terra Ghost is mainly for fake out if you're trying to set up Trick Room, and then for like to kind of get rid of the other weaknesses that you kind of have. Got the Body Press Diamond Storm. Diamond Storm's a move that has like I think it's like a 10 or 20% chance to increase your defense. I think it's also a spread move. I'm not sure though. I haven't really seen Diancie being played and I haven't used it yet, so I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. But it's pretty much Diancie's signature move. That's kind of what it's really there for. And you got the Trick Room there to kind of set Trick Room. Then once you get the defense roll, and you got Body Press there to do some good damage. And mainly for the steel types and like the stuff you normally would probably get walled by, because otherwise you kind of get walled by them if you don't have Body Press. So got the AV Miraidon. This one's actually a bulky Miraidon with no speed, meant to be more of a slower one, especially with Trick Room and behind screens. Apart from that, just a really standard set. And you also have the Terra Electric on this one instead of Fairy, so we'll see how that does. You got the Flame Orb Ursaluna with Guts. This one's actually Terra Ghost instead of Terra Normal or like Fairy or anything else. So apart from that, just standard set. You got the Light Clay Grimmsnarl, standard set with the Terra Ghost there, so you can dodge Fake Out, and I mean that's what that's for. Safety Goggles Incineroar with the Terra Bug. I think the Terra Bug's just mainly to dodge fighting type moves, I think. I'm not sure though. You also don't have Flare Blitz, you only have Will-O-Wisp, so we're gonna see how that does. And you got the Ogre Pond to round this team out, so you got your Fire, Water, Grass. So apart from that, kind of more of a self-explanatory team, not really too much crazy on here. Apart from the Diancie, and it's kind of being more of a bulky, slow team with not really like many speedy things. So we'll see how it does. Let's hop in some games. Alright, we hear the game. I'm pretty sure my opponent forgot to take one of his Pokemon off his team before he went onto the ladder. He has a level 6 Fuecoco on his team, so I don't know what that's there for. Maybe it's a mistake, I have no idea. But apart from that, my opponent's team kind of looks like a Regulation H team. So he only has 5 Mons though, so that kind of takes out a little bit of the guesswork of what he's going to bring. But has the Quaquaval, Arcanine, Armor Rogue, Umbreon, and Garchomp. So what do I want to bring here? One has a bunch of... I don't know if this is an in-game team, too. It looks a little bit like an in-game team, but I'm not sure. A lot of people don't use Armor Rogue on the in-game teams until, like, way late in the game, so I'm not 100% sure. Same with Garchomp, so I don't know. What do I want to do here? I think Miraidon looks great here. It really does. I really want Trick Room, though. I think Trick Room would be incredible this game. I think what I do is just lead Incineroar or Diancie. I guess I could lead Miraidon, but like this is also a slow Miraidon, so it probably gets outsped by his Garchomp, which is a bit of an issue. So I gotta kind of be careful. I'm gonna bring it in the back, and I guess bring Ursaluna here. He has so many things. He has like 4 things on his team that probably get one-shotted by Ursaluna, so I think that's what I bring here. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. If you guys are new as well, appreciate you guys subscribing. We had a lot of new people subbing over the last week or two with Regulation J being announced and all that stuff. So if you're new, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you guys subbing and watching the videos. Same with anybody else that happens to be new. It's your first video watching for me. So he's with this. So he gets intimidated, that's fine. I think I just set up Trick Room here. Trick Room. Fake out the Quaquaval. I think worst case here is if he's taunt Umbreon, but we'll find out. If he taunts me and he predicts Trick Room turn 1, then I'll give him props. Shadow Ball. What a lame nickname that Umbreon's name is too. Moon. Wow, is that like a 5-year-old's nickname for their Mon? Sounds like a little kid's nickname. I don't know. One of the most bland, boring nicknames for an Umbreon ever. Moon. And we got the Trick Room up now, though, so I'm gonna go for Diamond Storm. It is a spread move, so which I actually found out when testing this team. I did 1 testing game with this team. I don't have that much time to record tonight, unfortunately, so I can't do like 2 or 3 testing games like I usually do, so I can only do 1. But it is a spread move, so we're gonna see how it does. And I think I just Will-O-Wisp here. Okay, he goes for Aqua Jet, but it does nothing because he's intimidated. Diamond Storm doesn't really do much either. I don't get the defense boost. I missed the Will-O-Wisp. Shadow Ball, that's fine. He's actually Life Orbed Umbreon too, so he's actually like I just noticed that. He's a full-on offensive Umbreon. That's crazy. I think I just body press here to get rid of the Umbreon, because it's kind of doing a solid amount of damage, so I think he'll Will-O-Wisp here. I think he's going to spam Aqua Jet the entire time. Okay, he's going to swap. It's coming in Armor Roll, but I know it's fine. Kind of wish I would have went for Diamond Storm, and that's really fucking ballsy to do. Unless he has Wide Guard. I miss another Will-O-Wisp. That's 2 now. 2 in a row. Holy shit, this Incineroar is fucking blind. I'm gonna Diamond Storm again. I should outspeed him under Trick Room. We'll see if he has Wide Guard. I'm gonna actually go for Will-O-Wisp again for a 3rd time. Hopefully this time I land. No Wide Guard. Don't get the defense boost either. Some really bad luck this game so far. Took 3 turns to land a fucking Will-O-Wisp. Hey, Solar Beam, that's fine. I don't know why I go for Solar Beam here, bro. I actually live. With him being burned, I actually live. Gets the defense drop, though. That's fine. I don't really care. Opponent's playing really risky, too. Like, him swapping into the Armor Rogue there on a possible Diamond Storm. He would have got 2-shotted. So he's lucky he even got in and he even lived. He's lucky I went for a Body Press and he was able to live that. Down to 1 turn of Trick Room here, though. I'm going to try to go for a Diamond Storm 1 more time. And then I'll knock off here. Draw. It's coming in. Umbreon. Cynthia. Cynthia? Is that supposed to be Cynthia, or is that how it's supposed to be spelled? It's something supposed to be different. Cynthia? That makes me think that this is a 5-year-old I'm going against. This has to be like a 5-year-old, because he can't spell. I think what that's supposed to be is it's supposed to be Cynthia, because Cynthia has a Garchomp, but he spelled it completely wrong. There goes the Dragon Terra Shard! Oh, what the fuck? I've never said... I don't think I've ever seen a mod holding a dragon, or like a Terra Shard. I don't know, this has to be a 5-year-old. This has to be a fucking 5-year-old we're going against, yo. I mean, I'm gonna try to set up Trick Room again here because my Trick Room's gone. And then I'll try to Will-O-Wisp the Cynthia. It's Bulldoze. He has Bulldoze, but it hits his own Pokemon. This has to be like a 5-year-old's in-game team. Which kind of looked like that at the start because he had a level 6 Flake Coco on the team, but I didn't know for sure. Maybe it was just a mistake. But for sure, this has to be like a little kid's in-game team. And I'm assuming by his logic, he probably thinks the Dragon Terra Shard probably boosts his damage, but it does nothing. It's literally a useless item to hold. Part of me wishes too that I would have just led with Miraidon, because I probably just would have one-shotted the Quaquaval right away, and we'd probably would have been done. This match just went way longer than it should have, and that's mainly because I kept missing Will-O-Wisp and missing moves too. Let's go into the Ursaluna here. I'm gonna body press. I guess I could just Diamond Storm again too. Diamond Storm. I don't think it really pays even protecting here at all. Just gonna Facade. He actually outspeeds me under Trick Room? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding. So it's a speed tie? It was a speed tie this entire time. And you just happened to lose the speed tie under Trick Room? Okay. And I missed. I missed the move. This match I've missed so many fucking moves. So many moves. I think that's game though. I don't know how he wins this. There's the Quaquaval again. Still got 3 turns of Trick Room. I think that's game. I just spam Diamond Storm here and then I could probably just Earthquake too. I kill myself on that, but I guess what I could do here is actually just protect and then Earthquake. Last Resort Umbreon. What the fuck? What is this guy running? Shadow Ball, Moonlight, Last Resort, and I don't know what even his other move is. This has to be like a 5-year-old. I'm telling you guys. I keep saying it, but like every time this guy picks a move and he does something, it makes 0 sense. Okay. Little Sammy 5-year-old. I feel bad for just absolutely destroying the guy, but that was probably his in-game team. Or he just had no fucking idea at all what he was doing, because he had a Life Orb Umbreon, so I don't know if he just didn't know what the fuck he was doing, or like if that was just genuinely his in-game team. But then why do you have a Life Orb on an in-game team? I don't know. I guess you could, but like you're constantly just... I guess it doesn't make it... You could use Life Orb on like an in-game team, but you're just losing health, so you'd have to restore your health a lot more at the Pokemon centers, but whatever. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're here with a legit Regulation H team now, y'all. This is a legit team, so... What is the Mouse Hold, set up Como-O, the Comfey to kind of buff whatever sets up, I'm assuming, and then Krookodile, which is kind of scary, Tyranitar, and the Pelipper here, so... What do I want to do here? I think the Diancie is actually decent into his team, especially with Body Press. I don't think he has like anything on his team unless he has like Terra Steel, Como with Iron Head. Like I don't think he one-shots the Diancie at all with anything. So I think I just lead Diancie and Incineroar here. Looks really nice. His team's a little bit faster than mine too, so I think Trick Room here is pretty good. What do I want to do here? Ursaluna I think looks pretty good here too. A little bit scary if he sets up with Como-O. But I think I'm going to bring it in the back, and I'm going to bring the Miraidon again. That's what I'm going to roll with. A lot of really cool teams on the ladder, too. It seems like when I'm recording, especially these past, like, week or so, it's like kind of a combination of, like, Regulation G, Reg I, and then Reg H, and then Reg J teams. Like 4 different types of teams being ran, which is really cool to see on the casual ladder. How long that's going to last, I don't know. It'll probably go back to being like Regulation I and J teams once that actually goes live in game. As of right now, it's actually a really diverse casual ladder, so that's kind of cool. So he leads Como-O. That makes me think this thing is probably Terra Steel. So I'm going to try to set up Trick Room here and then fake out the Como-O. Withdraw. What are you going into here? Comfey, okay. It's fine, I don't know what the fuck Comfey does to me unless... Okay, he's gonna double out. He's gonna completely fucking double into the mouse hold, okay. I mean, I get Trick Room up for free, so I don't really care. Trick Room for free here is great, so that's fine. I got Will-O-Wisp for mouse hold, I'm not afraid of it at all. I think the worst case here is because Comfey does get Trick Room, actually, so... If he is Trick Room Comfey, he can actually reverse my Trick Room here. Is he? I don't know. Because Comfey also has like 4 move slot syndrome, like you really want like... There's more than 4 moves that you want, but you can only run 4. So it depends what he really has. I think I just Will-O-Wisp the mouse hold here too. I know his entire team now as well, so that's kind of cool. Miraidon looks really good later in the game. He's gonna protect, stall my Trick Room. Okay. Does he actually? Okay, he has Giga Drain, which is boosted by the Triage ability, so that's kind of annoying. Doesn't do that much damage at all, though. I really need a defense boost. I really need a defense boost badly. I wonder how much... I think it's 20%, but I'll have to recheck. I can't check. I can't check the moves, I guess. I guess I gotta do that here. It has a. It also may sharply boost the defense. It doesn't say a percentage, unfortunately. I think it's 20. I think it's 20%. I just Diamond Storm again, and then he knows I'm trying to Will-O-Wisp him now, so part of me actually just wants to go for knockoff and just get the mouse hold out of here, because I think it'll still do a solid amount of damage. And like going into Ursaluna too could be really nice, but I think that's what I do here. Some helping hand, okay. Can I get a defense boost, please? I still don't. Knockoff almost kills him. Get rid of the loaded dice. Okay. Helping hand boosted bullet seed mouse hold. That's a new one. I think he just protects on this next turn anyways. Actually, if he does, he might die to Sandstorm, though. I'm not sure. I just Diamond Storm again here, and I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Parting Shot out on the Comfey this turn. That way I can get the Incineroar back in later in the game, and I can, once I have to reset my Trick Room again, I can go for Fake Out on something. It also still has viability because I can Will-O-Wisp the Tyranitar and Intimidate both of his other mons. Like, I'm not really even scared of the mouse hold. Like, I hope I get a defense boost sooner or later here, but I think the main downside of the Diancie, just using it so far, is just not consistent enough getting defense boost off of Diamond Storm. And its damage kind of lacks. It doesn't really do that much damage. This guy has to be fucking stupid. He literally went for Floral Healing on the mouse hold and protected the same fucking turn. You gotta know that doesn't work. I wish I would have went for knockoff, because I could have killed him here. Could have killed him. I don't want to go into Miraidon either, because then he'll go for like a fairy type move and it'll do a solid amount of damage still. I think I just go into the Ursaluna here and just protect. Diamond Storm again on this next turn. He actually lives Sandstorm damage, which is funny enough. But the mouse hold doesn't. He misplays bad. He misplayed really bad there. If I would have went for knockoff, that would have been a perfect turn, but it is what it is. I think I have one more turn of Trick Room left. Goes into the Coma Ol, that's fine. I think worst case is if he's like Terra Steel Coma Ol, that could be a bit of an issue. But he might just protect here too, I can see him doing that. I think I just Diamond Storm again. Hope for a defense boost. Oh, do I want to protect this thing? I kind of just want to switch out back into the Incineroar on this turn. Because I'm burned now. Kind of want to just switch into the Incineroar here. I think that's what I do. That way on this next turn I can kind of get a free Trick Room up. We'll see if he's Terra Steel or if he just protects on this turn. Usually most Como are Terra Steel. And like we'll see if he's physical or special. Okay, there it is. There it is, I predicted that, okay. I'm hoping he protects here so I can just get a free boost. There's the Give Me Drain. It wouldn't do that much anyways because he's at -1 special attack. He's still dead to Sandstorm at this range, so whatever. I need a defense boost right here though. Because he never protected, so I really need a defense boost clutch right now. I need it right now. I don't get it. Again, yet again, I don't get it. And he is a physical Como, so that's really nice. That's perfect. I would rather him being a physical Como than a special one with like Clangorous Soul. So that's great. I can deal with that a lot better with Will-O-Wisp and a few other things. So goes into T-Tar again, gets the Sandstorm back. I think what I do here is I just go for Trick Room yet again. I just fake out here onto the Como. I think if I can get the Trick Room up one more time, I can probably easily win the game because I have Body Press for Tyranitar too. The issue is like I have really bad luck with getting defense boost. I haven't got a single defense boost the entire time. Stone Edge actually kills me. That's bad. The crit maybe mattered. I don't know. Depends on his build. I have no idea. I really need a defense boost though. That's the main problem I'm having. Really need a defense boost. I'm also in a really good spot here with the Ursaluna too. I think what I can do is just go right into Ursaluna and just start going for EQ. Start EQ in here. Protect. I could Terra Ghost here too, predicting a fighting type move. But I think I just go Earthquake here. It just cleans up the field. I don't know if the crit mattered. I really don't. Maybe it did. I have no clue. For some reason, I thought he'd maybe live, but I forgot how fucking strong Ursaluna really is, especially with Guts. Not bad. Played that really well. I think my biggest complaint with this team so far is just the really bad RNG with Diamond Storm and having to really try to get defense boost for the Body Press to do solid damage. That's my main problem with it so far. But we still got the dub. We're doing really good. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, well, here's another game. My opponent has a Rain Regulation H team. This might actually be the same guy I just went against, but he's using a different team. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it might be the same guy. I'd have to go back and look. Because I did take a little bit of a break and then I queued again. So, opponent has the Alolan Ninetales, Frostmoth, what is it, Snowcloak, Glaceon, Umbreon, Weavile, and then Comfey again. So he knows if it is the same guy, he knows what I'm trying to do. He knows what I'm going to be trying to do. So I think the main thing here is that the Diancie is really good into my opponent's team. I think that's the main thing here. I also like Incineroar again. Looks really nice here. What else do I want? I think Miraidon looks good here, especially if he goes Terra Water on a lot of these ice types. It looks really nice. I could bring Ogerpon here too, or I could bring the Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl ain't bad here. It's okay into his team. I think I'm gonna bring the Grimmsnarl instead this game. Kind of want to bring the Ogerpon too, but a lot of these mons run freeze dry, and I just get one shot if I freeze dry, so that's not the problem. This could be the same guy. I'm not sure. Is this the same guy that I just went against in this last match I recorded for you guys? I don't know. He might just be using a different team. If that's the case, he knows what I'm gonna try to do here. I think actually the bigger threat here is if he actually goes like Terra Water, Terra Blast, Glaceon here. I'm not really too worried about the Ninetales, I just don't really care. I think it is Trick Room and then I fake out the Glaceon, I think. I don't think there's any way that the Ninetales one-shots me here. He can set up his Aurora Veil, that's fine, I don't really give a fuck. I think I just fake out the Glaceon here, I think that's more of a threat. Kind of cool seeing people run snow teams still, though. Snow teams are back for Regulation Age. That's so fun to see. Yeah, he just goes for Dazzling Gleam. He doesn't even bother setting up the Aurora Veil. That's surprising. Like I said, I don't know if this is the same guy that I just went against, because I think they were both of their names were Eddie, but I'm not sure if it is the same guy or if it was a different one, and he's just using a different team. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check. You guys probably know, but at least when I'm recording this, I don't know. I just Diamond Storm here. I Diamond Storm now, and then I think I could Parting Shot out, but like what wants to? I guess I can go into Grimmsnarl here. Parting Shot out. Can I get a defense boost, please? Still no defense boost. This would be a great matchup if I actually had a Fire-type move on this Incineroar that isn't Will-O-Wisp. That is one of the matchups that I wish I had Flare Blitz, or like something else. Wizard. And I get frozen on the way in. Of course I do. Of course. And there's the Aurora Veil. Of course. It can never be an easy game. It always has to be difficult. I just go for Diamond Storm again. I need a defense boost really bad. I'm going to try to hopefully unthaw here. I doubt I will, though. It's really sad, too, because I really like screens this game, and my opponent randomly DCs on me, okay? So he just randomly leaves. Why would you rage quit on me? I have no idea. You literally just got to freeze. The dumbest rage quit I've had in quite a while right here, y'all. My opponent is on his way to winning the game, and he fucking leaves. He rage quits. Why? Why would you leave? Okay. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know if I'll throw this into the video for you guys, but if I do, I'll just throw it as like a little bonus. I'll see you guys in one final game. Alright, we're here with a Regulation I team, y'all. Kyogre, Miraidon, Urshifu, Iron Hands, Alolan Muck, and then Skeledirge. So, what do I even do here? This is going to be another one of those really tough games. The only good thing here is Ursaluna fucking wrecks my opponent's team under Trick Room, but I gotta try to get to the point where I can actually set up Trick Room. That's the problem. And like the Kyogre and the Miraidon just do so much damage before I'm able to get the Trick Room up. That's the issue here. I guess the only way I can maybe get around that here is if I go for like... I guess I could try to follow me here and just try to sack off the Ogerpon, but if he leads Kyogre and Miraidon the same thing, it's still a problem. I think I just try to lead Diancie and Incineroar again. I'm going to bring the Ursa in the back. I really want screens here too, but I think the Miraidon, especially under Trick Room, is just so good into his team as well. Especially for the Urshifu, so... Let me bring that here. Ogerpon's also really good, but I just don't know where I'd really be able to fit it in here on this team. At least for this match. Kind of just really depends what he really brings. Okay, he does lead this, okay. Is this like Poison Point, or like Poison Touch Muck, or is this Power of Alchemy? Does Power of Alchemy actually take Drizzle and reset Drizzle, though? I don't know if that actually works. This is kind of scary, though. I think the worst case here if he has Taunt, because I know that Alolan Muck does get Taunt. If he taunts me and I can't Trick Room here, that's going to be the main problem, but... Could be a worse lead. Could be worse, unless he's like Covert Cloak. Kyogre here. That'll be a problem. Okay. Here we go with the minimize bullshit again. Oh gosh, I didn't need this. I didn't need to go against this tonight. I was gonna be done recording tonight too, and that was the last match I was gonna fucking record. It's always the last game of the night I go against this fucking bullshit. Does Diamond Storm go through that? I guess, does Body Press, is that 100% accurate on minimize? I don't know. I don't know if it is. I really just want to Will-O-Wisp this fucking thing, just that way it gets whittled down, so that way it doesn't do any damage to me. That's the main thing. Like the Kyogre, if I don't do much damage to it, I still get take so much damage here too, so... Oh, see if I can land a Will-O-Wisp. That does literally nothing to the Kyogre. There I get the defense boost, where it literally does not matter. The defense boost here does not matter at all. Because I'm probably getting one-shotted by an Origin Pulse. I land the Will-O-Wisp though, so that's great. That helps out at least a little bit. Okay, he actually has Muddy Water. I might live in Muddy Water. Does a fuck ton of damage though. I don't know, is Body Press 100% accurate on minimize? I don't know. I think I'm actually just better off going for Body Press here. It probably does more damage to the Kyogre now, actually. It's Body Pressed. Body Pressed, I kind of want to actually swap here. What do I go into, though? I don't know. I guess Ursaluna. Try to go into the Ursula here. Okay, I killed the Kyogre at +2. So, I guess the defense raise did matter because he didn't have Origin Pulse and he went for Muddy Water. Now he's at +6 evasion. Here's where the fun starts, y'all. We're gonna have a good time with this muck. Such a fun way to play. I think the only main good thing is like he's intimidated plus he's burned, so like if he does attack me, he's doing like no damage. And like if he is poison gas, he can't poison me either because I'm already guts. Oh, this is actually really good. This is perfect. This is perfect. If he dodges an earthquake here, that's fine. But what I do here is protect. Just protect, and then I go for earthquake. Couldn't have asked for a better matchup right here. The Ursaluna is really good into my opponent's team. I just really need... He sets up all that he switches. You set it all up and you fucking switch out into the Iron Hands. Why? Why would you switch? After setting up to +6, you switch out. You probably would have dodged the Earthquake. The odds are in your favor there, bud. Unless he's Terra Flying. Okay, Terra Fairy. You're still going to take so much damage. You're still taking so much damage here, bro. I think it's probably one-shots the Iron Hands for sure. I don't know why it wouldn't. Yeah, he just switches the Iron Hands in to get fucking one-shotted. So now he has a muck that is not set up and it's also burned. And it's at less than half of his health. I don't know why he would switch there. There's more of an odds of him dodging an Earthquake there being at +6 evasion than me landing or EQ and him dying. But at the same time, I don't know what his moveset is, so he probably is like... He's probably like minimized poison gas, drain punch, knockoff maybe. It's usually like one of the most common sets they run on those type of builds. I don't know. He can't go for poison gas. I'm already burned, so can't really do much if especially if he has like his damage numbers are really low. Okay, he has a little bit more health than I thought. He actually is above half. Still though, I can just headlong rush here. I think I can just go for Body Press now, and I'm at +2. Body Press probably kills him as Headlong Rush. Goodbye. I guess I could have Fastauted there too. I don't know if it really matters. I think that's game. I don't know how he wins. I think my opponent literally just threw this match by switching. Yeah, get it out of here. This team's good. I like this team when you can get the Trick Room up and you can get all your cards and like all your places and pieces in order for this team and set it up properly to where you're able to get under Trick Room and start doing the damage. This team works really, really well. It is a really solid team if you can get it to work. But the main issue that you got to get around is setting up the trick room on this team, and having to play around people trying to check your trick room and prevent you from setting that up. But otherwise, I think it's a really solid team. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Alright, as for this team, if you guys want a really solid team around the Diancie, I think the overall is probably one of the better teams you're probably going to find. I think the only main issue with Diancie, and the reason why you're not going to see it very much, is one, mainly it's just outshadowed by a lot of the other mythicals, even if you are going to be using a mythical. And like a lot of the other restrictions that we already had for Regulation I, a lot of those are also way better than the majority of the mythicals, so even if you are using a mythical, it's probably Magearna or Arceus, and one or two others, arguably, depending on the team. Not really much place for Diancie to really go onto a team, if I'm being real with you guys. And like the rock fairy typing's good, but you're weak to ground, you're 4 times weak to steel, and like there's a few other weaknesses you don't really like going against, grass, that type of thing. And I think the main issue and the main drawback to the Diancie is Diamond Storm is just so inconsistent. In order to do a lot of your damage, you really rely on body press getting built up with the defense boost that you do get for Diamond Storm. And Diamond Storm is just so inconsistent. I think the only time I got a defense boost throughout my entirety of using this team over like the 4 or 5 games I used it for you guys tonight was in that last match you guys seen, where I got the defense boost there and the +2 boost. I think it's a 20% chance. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's a 20% chance to get a +2 defense boost off of the Diamond Storm. And even then, it's not that high enough of a chance to really rely on getting the defense boost and then boosting your body press damage. It's just too inconsistent. I think that's the main problem with the Diancie. You're relying on 20% chance to get a defense boost, and granted, you have decent defensive stats to where you're still doing okay damage with body press, but it's not enough to really one-shot anything or do enough damage to really where it matters. And like Diamond Storm is still, being a spread move, you don't really have the best offensive stats. So Diamond Storm is mainly just there as chip damage a lot of the time. You're just trying to use it to farm the defense boost. So it comes down to RNG and how many defense boosts you get off of Diamond Storm until you die. So it's kind of the main thing. I think it's just a little bit too inconsistent having to rely on the chance to get the defense boost to do a lot of its damage. It's kind of just more of a trick room bot that sits there and hopefully has good luck, and then it starts doing damage if it has good luck. If not, it kind of relies on his team to do a lot of its damage, and most of the time, that's just what I've kind of found out with his team. So, is Diancie bad? I wouldn't say it's bad. I just think there's just really no reason to use it over a lot of the other mythicals. And even if you want like an Iron Defense body press mon or like some body press type mon, there's a lot of Pokemon that get body press and have like Iron Defense to set it up manually, and it's way better than Diancie is. And you don't have to waste a mythical / restricted slot on them a lot of the time. So apart from that, really solid team though. I do like this team. And the thing I did not use at all was the Ogre Palm, but I think just because I had a lot of bad matchups where it didn't really do much, and I wasn't really paid to bring it, so I just didn't bring it to a lot of my games. I don't think it's bad. I just had a lot of matches where I didn't bring it at all. So if you guys want to use this team, rental up in the corner, pace for this team down below. I got a bunch more stuff on the way for you guys for Regulation J teams. If you guys have any teams you guys want to see me feature as well, throw them on my Discord, which link to my Discord's down below over on X. Send them to me over there, or even in the comments if you guys have any teams. If you guys want to see me feature, I'll check them out, and if I like them, I'll feature them. Mainly for stuff I haven't featured for you guys yet. I don't think I've featured Zerude, both Hoopa forms, Deoxys, Keldeo. I have a Keldeo team I'll probably be featuring for you guys later this week, but as of right now, I haven't featured Keldeo. Fiona, Manaphy. I don't know if anybody's building around regular Shaman. I think I've featured already. I've featured Shaman Sky already, at least when I'm recording this. I already recorded that for you guys. So there's a few other restricteds too that I'm still gonna try to use for you guys, and some other oddball stuff. But Petra Run's another one too. I don't think I've featured Petra Run for you guys either. So there's a few other things. If you guys have any teams around any of the mods I haven't featured yet, let me know. And if I like them, I might feature them on the channel. So apart from that, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace out.